Hey, but the $1 million man always in his way.
Yeah, it's like the illest posse cut right here, man. Sean Watts on the track. Zeus, Don One, Rude Boy, Quill, The Gift, and yours truly, Fred Knoxxx. I'm 1 in a million with $1 million flow. Fred DiBiase got the power in it though. If it's a problem, let me know, or I suggest you let it go. Cause it ain't worth the problems that'll be knocking at your door, homie. Please don't make me hurt you. Disrespect the boss, ain't treated like Virgil. Cause when I write raps, it's beyond your price tag. He's a waste of man.
And good morning. Welcome everybody to the Unpopular Review Show. And this is the Unpopular Review Show presents Around Da Bloxxx with Mike Knoxxx Week in Wrestling Show. And as always, I'm joined by the Z is silent, my right hand man, Dice Man, that is. What's going on, brother?
What up, dude? Hey, I'm having ear problems, so I just knew that you started talking. You stopped talking, so it was time, but I'm going to get it right, so go ahead and do your thing.
That's still the right-hand man. But people, listen, welcome. Welcome to the show, the pros, icons, ayatollahs, and rock and rollers, and you, including all wrestling fans, listen, guys, what a plethora of wrestling to discuss today. OMG. Jesus Devontae Christ, please take the wheel, because I gotta be honest here, guys. I completely forgot about last night until late last night. I'm trying to say, let's be honest, this is the truth, right? We're in the barbershop. We're not in the barbershop. We're in the barbershop, right? I didn't watch it till this morning.
Nobody
in the wee hours. But it was a good wrestling program. But again, guys, my name is Mike Knoxxx. Make sure you follow me on all my social medias at my namesake. I am loud. I speak loud at Mike Knoxxx. And this is also the Unpopular Review Show. Make sure you follow them everywhere social media. So also, which is absolutely free. It's not hard, y'all, to hit a follow button. It's not hard, y'all, to hit a like button.
We're not asking y'all to buy no platters. We're not asking y'all to get no drinks. We're not asking for donations. We're not asking for none of that.
I miss platters.
They need to come back to Delaware because they all around here. Everybody got some platters to sell. But we're not asking for that. It costs zero amount of money to hit the share button, to hit the like button, to hit the follow button, and just do something to show that you support. The head of the table. And the right-hand man. I'm going to get him. Oops.
He ain't going to get him. You need to get him right now. All right, listen, guys, listen. A lot of things to discuss. Like I said, it's a plethora. It's a smorgasbord of wrestling that happened this weekend. And hold on. There, Elvis. It's too early in the morning, man. It is too damn early.
Elvis is with the shits already, man.
In the morning for this shit. Elvis is with the shits already. Do not leave the building. But damn, son. And I'm not going to acknowledge me. I am the end all to be all. I am the best of the. Listen, Elvis, it's too early for that. I'm going to stop and I'm going to get back into the program. I'm not going to let you pull me back in. I'll get to you later. But listen, Raw, Smackdown, NXT, AEW, like I just said, the Impact show last night. I got to say this much about Impact Wrestling, right? And about invasions. Dice, because when you think about invasions, you got to think about things that happen in invasions. It's got to be give and take, right? Yeah. If not, you're going to have an NWO situation on your hand
where nobody wanted to be weak.
Nope. and I say
wanted to be weak.
I say that for this, Dice. Kenny Omega,
amazing,
is their new champion.
That's amazing.
Now, no disrespect to Rich Swann, right? But I'm saying, what does this do for Impact Wrestling? That your champion don't even have a champion on your show. never, as my wife calls me. I just don't understand that, Dice. Please explain that to me.
You know what? I don't either, but I know that you hate it, and it's death to dirt sheets to the death of you. But for me, what it spoke to me they've been talking about trying to rebrand or debrand and bring back TNA. So maybe that's the thing. Like maybe they don't care, and they're just like, hey, you know what?
Well, TNA is Impact though.
Yes, true, but they don't have the TNA branding anymore, and that is why WWE started using TNA in their documentaries, and they can get because it's not Impact Wrestling, so they didn't have to technically get the rights to whoever's matches they were showing, or they couldn't, they couldn't get paid doc from them or get fined from saying TNA. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So I think it might Scott D'Amore might be working some stuff behind the scenes, but for that,
I'm a Scott D'Amore guy. I've been a fan of him from day one. Team Canada all the way.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Oh, they had a video package for their Slammiversary, and it had Samoa Joe, Chelsea Green, and Mickie James in it.
Wow. They're going to get that check, Skip.
They definitely are going to get that.
They're getting that check for real. But listen, let's just go over Rebellion real fast, all right? X Division Championship match, 3-way TJP versus Josh Alexander versus Ace Austin or Ace Austin. And I'm going to always say this. Wrestling's wrestling. Good wrestling's good wrestling. If I do not know your storyline, I can only go off what I see in the squared circle, okay? Although I skim at Impact Wrestling, as it's on Twitch, as I get the announcements that it's on there, but I don't really watch it all the time, being honest here. So watching this off the matches, and I skimmed through this match, it was a pretty good match. But it's good wrestling. Then you had the 8-man tag team match, VBD. I love that name. I just do.
Yeah.
I may be corny when I say this. I may be corny when I say this. I will always like cowboys in wrestling. I know it's a smoking skulls, smoking guns thing. It's just weird. It's weird how I like those kind of things. But you got Storm, Sabin, Edwards, and Matt, and I ain't gonna lie, I like everything about that team. I like everything about that team. Winner by design wins the match, but I mean, violent by design wins the match. I'm sorry. Against Stephen M. And they had to. You can look at it, that other side of the table. Those are the up-and-comers with Rhino on their side. They have to kind of win that match to get over it for the storyline.
TNA always kind of does that, though. They always kind of usher in past legends of wrestling just to kind of, up the ante or kind of even it out. And most of the time, the young guys always go over. That's just by history of what they've done from, when I used to be a huge TNA fan. They've always done it every time. So, I mean, yeah.
And Elvis... who's still in the building. I put it up there. We're going to get to Big Cass in a second, but Brian Myers takes on can I just say their real names that I know them by? Do I have to call them Matt Gardera and Brian Myers?
We know who they are.
I'm just saying.
We know who they are, Skill.
Myers wins the match. Listen, I'm going to say this much about Impact Wrestling. I said this on my show months and months back. I do feel that the best thing about this, and what I thought anyway would be with this invasion with AEW and Impact Wrestling, is Impact Wrestling has just lost their champion. Kenny Omega's the champion. We'll talk about that in a second. Again, is the women's division, the Knockouts division.
It's been the best division on TV that's not in WWE.
It's been minus Britt Baker.
Yeah, minus Britt Baker. But if you wanted to take, if she wanted to come over there and steal that championship, she could. I think Deonna Purrazzo and Britt Baker would be absolute must-see money TV.
The worst part about the match, though, was the ending. Fire and Flavor loses their titles to Grayson Ellering. I'm sorry. This match was ass, okay? And it was see how we build me up. Buttercup, baby, just to let me down. Yeah, listen, they have all these great things, but this match was, I'm sorry. I was not a fan of this match, and I wasn't a fan of the outcome of the match because I thought Fire and Flavor are exactly that. They're fire and they're flavor. And yeah, I know that little meme went out about, comparing them to Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair, whatever. Let these girls do their thing, all right? I'm a fan of both these girls, Kira Hogan and them. Sammy Callihan is still around.
I don't know how.
Miguel beats him. All right. The Good Brothers.
I'm not taking no wrestler seriously. Your name is Miguel.
Yeah.
Come on. The only Miguel we acknowledge is the singer. That's it.
Hey, even when he fell off the stage, I still acknowledge the singer. La, 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 la. I'm sorry. I love the dude. Finn Juice defeats the Good Brothers to retain night titles.
That's a dumb name.
Yeah, it is. Dashwood and Donna Perazzo. That's your girl, Emma. I'm gonna step back. What you think about Emma right now?
Tenille, she's been so good. Like ever since she left, like when they let her do when WWE turned her heel, that was the perfect move.
Mm-hmm.
And then they decided to try to give her they try to recycle that like beautiful Emma, and then they recycled it and gave it to somebody else. Was it Lana or was it Eva Marie? Which one?
I think it was Eva Marie.
Okay, and then they try to recycle it again, and give it to Lana.
Yeah,
like, come on, it's just not going to work. But Tenille, she's always had this mean streak in her. She's always had it, but we only got a little bit of it when she first turned heel in NXT, and they brought it up for a little bit. But it was the perfect heel. She says it in her song. It's all about me.
Me.
What's more selfish? What's more heelish than a selfish person? Nothing. It's perfect. That's the easiest way to get people to hate you. Be selfish. Jason Pitts, like, give me my money.
Hey, what? Pits and dip, and pits and dip and pits, and pits and pits, and pits and dip. Listen, if you don't watch the game, don't even come to me. And that's my gamer tag, so come at me. Listen, overall, the pay-per-view, the outcome, great match. Rich Swann, for what it's worth. Besides the domestic stuff that got him in trouble to let him out of WWE, he's a good performer in the ring. But Kenny Omega, they're trying to make him a star. They're making him that. They're putting the strap, as they say, the rocket strap has already been strapped to his back, and he's off to the moon with it, right? So right now he's a 3-time champion, division or company champions over all the belts in which he holds right now. So there it is, AEW, TN Impact Championship, and some kind of other belt. It's just Kenny Omega's just racking them all up right now. That's the way it's gonna. That's the way it's gonna be. But let's go ahead and draw our attention. I'm gonna go in reverse. I want to go in reverse, and we got to talk about this as well. This guy does show up. Yeah, Big Cass is in Impact Wrestling, and all I want to see now in Impact Wrestling is friend of the program. No, and so I want to see him, and I want to see JTG, show up. Because I think a good platform for these guys to get restarted, to get rejuvenated, to get back in the ring, to get the COVID stench off you, if you will, is to start with Impact Wrestling, MLW, somewhere around in those, in those genres.
MLW just got a TV deal, right?
Yeah,
some sort of programming deal. So that's pretty dope because now we can get more eyes on my guy, the man of the hour. Talk to him, Bobby. Mr. Leo Rush, we can get more eyes on him and not just social media eyes. So that's a dope thing for me. I like it. But we've always said that Impact has this kind of way of kind of reinvigorating people as you like we've seen them go since Angle. Let's say since Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle left WWE. He goes TNA. I mean, he was already super big in WWE, but he just uplifted that whole company, and you really saw how much more he could have given WWE, and he just brought it out of AJ Styles. He brought it out of Samoa Joe. He brought it out of Robert Roode. Bobby Roode, I'm sorry. And then we saw it with Christian. We saw it with Booker T. Booker T was still on the backside of his career.
What you want to call them, okay? I call them whatever name I feel like giving them is the name they get. Okay, so
shout out to JTG. He won a championship over the weekend as well.
How about that? You took my thunder.
I did.
My thunder.
I did. Okay. What time? One time for the one times.
Well, that's why you my right hand man. And if I say
you already know what the shirt say.
What?
I'm like, loose.
There it is. What you want me to say about anything else? Listen, let's talk about. I'm gonna go like I said. I'm going to reverse. All right, so I'm going to reverse. I want to start with Smackdown because it's the last thing that was the best thing that I seen. And the best thing that I seen all week, the guy, the man, your tribal chief, the end all to be all, the best
of the best. The one that puts the food on the table and the one that takes it off the table. Your tribal chief. Hold on. Smash them, stack them, pin them. Roman Reigns, your tribal chief. I'm sorry. I don't know how else to say this. When I say this, see how I said that? He is the best heel in professional wrestling. He is not only the best heel in professional wrestling because you still hate him deep down inside because he still has the rocket strapped to his back. Just now in a heel persona that you kind of love because, you know, you guys who didn't have no cojones, right? Cojones. You guys that have no inner testicular fortitude. You wrestling fans that love to hate everything. Deep down inside, you hate the tribal chief. He called your two favorite wrestlers losers. He said, come on. And he laughed. He said, come on. You're a loser. You're a loser. And you're a loser. And you're like the worst loser. You're like a casino loser. Like you just keep going back and keep losing. And like you just a loser altogether. Like, I don't know what else can be said about Roman Reigns than he is the best heel in professional wrestling.
I cannot argue there. I'd probably say the only one that could give him that run in a different sense is maybe Bobby Lashley, because for the past year, Bobby Lashley has been doing his thing, and I hate the fact that now.
But do you hate Bobby Lashley?
I don't. But you come on. My favorite character is Thanos. Why would I hate a heel? I love it. I love being annoying. I love for people not to like me. So what? I'm still gonna do my thug thizzle.
Thug thizzle?
Thug thizzle. You know, but I'm saying, like, I'm just a heelish person. I love heels. I just love heels. So yeah, he probably as far as I can't even argue with that. Like, maybe you could throw Randy Orton in there for the past year, but not on this level.
He is the best thing in professional wrestling. I'm gonna up it a notch. He's the best thing in professional wrestling. He is the best thing in professional wrestling because this promo, I'm gonna go back some months. We go back to me, still the promo of the year. And I know people say, was that really a promo? When he beat Kevin Owens' ass and then talked into the camera and then smiled and said, have a good night, and walked off. To me, that was a promo of the year for me. So then we get to this year, fast forward. And to me, hey, Elvis, the greatest women's wrestler of all the times.
All the time.
Flair has had the best two promos this year on Raw, which we'll talk about later. Her first coming back and then last week's. But then on Friday, Smackdown, the tribal chief went even further. I'm sorry.
Hold my beer.
Hold my beer. He's smiling. The way his man, he don't take these guys serious. And I've never seen that in professional wrestling other from a guy who's like a monster. I'm gonna beat you up, kind of. But no, like just straight, like arrogantly, you know, like Flair didn't do this. I'm not saying don't go there. I'm just saying. Okay, how he's portraying himself in this character is phenomenal, Dice.
I know he's got probably one of the greatest, if not the greatest, managers.
Here's to you.
In his corner. I appreciate that. So do you not think that attitude of y'all not fucking with me is kind of channeling Brock Lesnar a little bit?
I don't think so.
Because remember, because think about it. Anytime that Brock has got on the mic, he's not said anything great, but it's just been of, yeah, y'all not touching me. Like,
yeah, but I think Roman has said great things.
Yes,
like, I think,
absolutely.
Okay, and that's why I'm
just saying something
it's definitely Paul Heyman. It's definitely Paul Heyman. You guys are better than me. It's definitely Paul Heyman on him. But yeah. I think, you know, and I'm gonna let that be where it is because I've always said this, and I'm gonna be fair and saying it again. This is the show for the intelligent wrestling fan. This is the show where hashtag wrestling is storyline. Okay. And in saying that, Roman Reigns has your company. It's not always the company's fault or the booker's fault. It's a two-way street sometimes. And everybody doesn't want to say that. Oh, they give them trash this, they give them trash that. No, you got to be able to take what they give you and make it work.
Yeah.
And Roman takes what they give them and he makes it work better than anybody in the business right now. Okay.
I'd say the one person that's done exactly that in the 365 days that plus that we've been in a pandemic, look no further than main event Uso.
God dang.
I mean,
he's on
who
the
the hell saw him? Who the hell saw him as a singles competitor? As soon as that man said, every time I'm out in public and they see me, you know what they say to me, Oos?
Which
one are you? That man was fed up, and from there, he was a star. He is a star. I just hope that we can still remember how good Jimmy is once he returns.
Well, all the times, Facebook user, whoever you are, sorry. Facebook user.
It doesn't pop up in StreamYard. I'm looking at it on Facebook. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check it.
Okay, because I don't know who they are. They have to. they have to be able to, like. I made it public, but I don't know. It's got to be something I don't remember. Remember, he's the Rock's cousin. Who just said that? Come on, that's come on, Elder. We know that. So listen, as I said this when it came to Nikki Bella, talent is not sexually transmitted. Okay, you have to have that. DNA is DNA, but you have to be able to do some shit on your own. You just got to. And Roman and Uso, it be like you said, but hey, you know what? Lineage does run deep. You're right. It runs in the family. Anomaly family continues to be just on top of everything.
They might be the most dominant bloodline.
Without question. What do you mean might be?
Okay, have we not put the Hearts too high up on a totem pole?
No.
Would Natty symbolize as how would you put Natty's career against her Uncle Brad?
Well, first of all, there's no comparison there, and I don't want to disrespect Natty. You just bad comparison on you.
It's not a disrespect. It's not a disrespect.
It's got to be the Starbucks.
Is she regarded as great?
No,
in the eyes, she's not great to you. She's not.
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
Her career been great?
I think her career's been great, but it's not been. She has had a great career, but her career has not been great. Right, okay. Reality and perception. Right?
So how would you put Brett? Because honestly, how many good years have we got from Brett? Because let's not forget the trash ass Bret Hart that was in WCW.
First of all, that's wrong. That's wrong. Don't you dare say trash ass Bret Hart.
His legacy.
No, don't say trash. Actually, it took a dent. It took a dent, but that wasn't his fault. That was injuries. Right? That was injury. That was an unforeseen injury that happened. You know what I mean? Karma, whatever you want to call it. I'm a friend. The best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be is tattooed on my arm because I'm a cocky son bitch. Okay, I love Bret Hart. Okay, so but Bret screwed Bret.
Vinnie Mac told you that.
Okay, so with that being said, to compare those two family lineages, I think the Harts and the Anawani family. I think because the Anawani family it's just more than them. So we've had longer generations of them. It's better than them, and I'm gonna put The Rock entertaining wrestling wise over Bret Hart.
Of course,
right? So then at this point, to be completely honest again, Roman's bigger than Bret Hart. I said it. I know it's not fair. I'm not saying in your heart and what you love and what we're talking about business. It's called show business, not show friends. Let's get our emotions out of it and speak from the business aspects. Roman Reigns is a bigger superstar than Bret Hart ever was.
All right. Who do we consider one of, if not the, let's go top 5 technical wrestlers of all time? Bret Hart's at least in the top 3 of that 5.
He's 2 behind Kurt Angle.
Okay, I think Kurt Angle is, without a doubt, the greatest wrestler
of all time.
Yes, all time. Nobody in that ring
technical wrestler of all
like
time.
Him. There's a reason why they call that man the wrestling machine.
Can I interrupt you for a second? With a broken freaking neck. I'm sorry. Oh, look at Carmella behind you. Oh my. Yeah. Mella is money. Mercy. Mella is money. Money. All right, come on. Take your call.
Yeah. So I mean, to say that he's greater, how many? Roman's career has to be over first for us to make that comparison.
Do the comparisons you do to music all the time. When you last night, you asked us a question. All right, that's what we do in the Xbox parties. Jaheim or Avant, right? You looked up the top, notable hits. Look at championships.
Chris Benoit would never be on this list, Elvis. I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, he won't be, but he would be.
And he still is better than Kurt Angle.
No, he's like 4. He's like 4 for 5 technical wrestlers. I give him 4 for 5 technical wrestlers because I'm putting Shawn Michaels 3, and that's a weird one for me to put, and I said it.
Shawn Michaels a technical wrestler?
Yeah.
Question marks? Big question marks in the chat, y'all. What?
Yeah, it's a question mark there. It's not big question marks, but it's a question mark. Okay. and I can that be stricken from the record? I have had 2 shots, and it's not even 11 o'clock. So I can't get that one stricken from the record.
Okay,
please?
okay.
Right.
We'll hit the Thanos snap on that one.
All right. Woo. Welcome back. Listen. Listen. Go ahead. No, listen. It's the truth. Roman has done bigger things in the WWE than Bret Hart has. I'm not saying you have to like them more or respect them more. I think that the Shield is bigger than the Hart Foundation. I'm not saying in my heart. I'm saying for the titles of things. Okay. So if you break it down where they, just the company, you know what I'm saying? It's not your heart. It's not what you love more. It's not what you think is better. It's also the era. It's also the era. So moving on past that. And what you said about Uso and that promo that he cut with Seth Rollins, and you take one side, I take one side. The big Smackdown, which is a good show. We're going to move a little bit faster because it's something I want to dive into. So just real fast, guys. Just going to move through them, not to talk about them, then we'll bring up what we're talking about. All right. Smackdown, the PowerPoints in Smackdown, right? It was the beginning. It was Cesaro coming out there, and then the Tribal Chief coming out there. But to the matches that were important, Nana and Naomi took on Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax again, surprising everybody in this. The winners of this match. I mean, were you surprised? I was surprised.
I was very surprised, but I'm not surprised.
Right.
So we talked about this 2 weeks ago. The only way that these women lose these titles is if they implode, and we're seeing it unfold. I didn't think it would be this soon, even though I did know it would be this soon. Like there's no other. Realistically, there aren't too many people that can,
and that's Raw. I went the wrong thing. Well, so, yeah, but I jumped ship there, and I apologize. But Intercontinental Championship, Kevin Owens versus Apollo Crews. Listen, that happened backstage. He jumped the ship. I'm not, and it's going against, and I'm going to go against unpopular review here. I'm going to go against the executive consultant here, who said he's tired of Big E and Apollo. I am. However, it's one of them kind of moments, right? We all talked about it on the post shows. We all talked about what's next for Big E. We thought him and Roman, maybe too soon, right? I don't know, whatever the case may be, but they're not done with this. But I don't know. I'm never gonna shit on something all the way yet, only because there's still a yet, and because they still have that stupid WrestleMania Backlash pay-per-view, and so. That speaks to that. They gotta sell that pay-per-view.
This is still great. And the reason why it's still great is I'm pretty sure almost everybody here watching, whatever, we've played video games. We play them all the time. You take an L. What you want? You want your get back. You want that person to prove that it wasn't a fluke.
Unless I say, yeah, I'm tired right now, dog. Yeah. I ain't gonna play no more. Yeah. I'm done. I'm all maddened out.
So now what we got in Apollo is he's becoming what we wanted him to become.
I agree.
2 years ago.
I agree.
Except for he got downgraded to Titus Worldwide and went nowhere. So now we're getting the Apollo that we wanted to see. Now let him be who he's supposed to be and show you that he's on the level. Y'all ain't say nothing with Big E when he started to get his push, right? Nobody said anything Big E when he got his push. Now he's doing a favor for Apollo, helping Apollo get up, and there's a problem with it.
Blind tag. Let me finish this. Mysterios versus the Academy. Winning the Mysterios beat the Academy. Also happened on SmackDown. We got, and that's why I want to talk about Aleister Black's really long promo, Dice.
Listen,
really long promo to give me the same Aleister Black that I virtually have already kind of had right, of him. I don't know, but I'm gonna go and get SmackDown. First of all, I'm gonna give Rebellion a grade of a B. If I give it a B, which means I'm gonna give it what I think is a B title, which is what we do on this program. Okay, so I'm gonna give it a 3. I didn't like the I loved but didn't like the outcome, so I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. Cruiserweight championships. They're trying, right? The cruiserweight division, they're trying. That's not a fan of that. What do you give Rebellion real fast?
I'd go with
real quick.
3.5 WCW TV titles.
Same, but hold on, WCW TV. Okay, so same belt. It's
a nice looking belt, right?
Yeah,
it's a nice looking belt. If it came to me in the mail, I wouldn't turn it away. I wouldn't not go to a wrestling convention with it on, but it wouldn't be the first thing that I'm showing off. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
SmackDown. I'm going to give SmackDown a 4 out of 5 undisputed titles. And I'm going to tell you why. Because you have the tribal chief. Him alone, him and Daniel Bryan in the ring, him, Cesaro, the matches that took place in SmackDown, I thought SmackDown really, really did perform and deliver. Not only did I think they deliver and shine, and I'm being honest here. And of course, I'm going to speak a little longer as he stepped away from the microphone. As you can see, Mysterio's right now in an older match. Jesus Christ. I should have known that. I give SmackDown 4 out of 5 logo titles. Tribal Chief did his thing. Oos did his thing. The matches did their thing. I thought SmackDown probably was the best entertainment show of the week. Go ahead.
I'm going to say, for weeks, SmackDown has been the ultimate storytelling show. Maybe that's months, right? And so I'd give it 4 Goldberg Big Goldie title runs.
All right. Let's quickly talk about Raw. I'm just going to just go through it. Randy versus Riddle. Randy Orton won. The backstage thing promo they cut to me rated, was it how they say it? Rated RK Bro. I love that. I talked about it earlier. Lana and Naomi in their match. Elias took on Kofi Kingston. Drew McIntyre, which opened up the show, had T-Bar and Mace come out. Of course, WWE fashion, which fucked up the match. They brought out Braun Strowman, the Stupid Express, to make it a tag team match. Because there's no way I thought that Mason T-Bar should have lost to Drew McIntyre. And I said, they better do something, Dice. We were watching, and I said, hell no. And
listen, they didn't. What did I call? I called it at the WrestleMania review. No, I called it the week after when they helped them out, right? I said, they got to take those stupid masks off. So either they are going to get pissed off and take the mask off, or they're going to be forced to take them off. Now, this is why MVP is so great, right? Clearly, MVP has something to do with this. And what that man say? T-Bar and Mace have nothing to do with her business. Of course. Listen to what the man said. T-Bar and Mace.
Hey.
They're going to be no more.
Hey. God, I hate saying this, but it came in my mind, so I got to say it. See, my eyes closed. I'm having a difficult time saying it, but I'm going to say it. MVP is the Black Paul Heyman.
He's been that since his time with the Beatdown Clan.
He can take their names. They give them. We know what the name's going to be, right? They give them and make them great again. Then we had Johnny Cage take on Damian Priest, right? What?
Hopefully he gets the role. I think he'd be perfect for it. So, yeah. I hope the best gets the role.
The best thing about Raw was the greatest women's wrestler. Watch her. Look at her. Her robe, her outfit, the way she wrestles, the way she talks. She talks shit in high heels. Wrestler of all the times! Charlotte Flair. I said it. She is so freaking. I thought she was only aesthetically beautiful. I was so wrong. I'm sorry. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. And I'm going to behold her close to me because she is beauty. And beauty is the greatest women's wrestler of all time, Elvis. Okay? Her promo in the beginning, Asuka coming out to interfere. And the way she was talking to Asuka from a wrestling fan's perspective was disrespectful.
She was so disrespectful.
Right? However, the storyline perspective, it was Asuka's finally got her get back and said, shut up, bitch. I'm going to beat your ass. Right? Because the way she was belittling Asuka, Asuka had to say something. I wonder if that was real. I wonder if that was scripted.
That was literally like when you used to get snapped on in class or at the lunch table and you didn't have nothing else to say, but you knew if you knew if you said bitch at the end of your shit, it might have make you sound a little bit better than what it was. You know, 2 + 2 = 4. 4, bitch.
What Kevin Hart say? And what your mother say, Kevin? She said to tell you that you's a stupid bitch. And that's how Asuka came off to Charlotte, the greatest women's wrestler of all the times. Now, she got suspended, though, because the match got interfered with, and she beat the referee's ass, which that's great, and I like it, and all that good stuff. And the delicious Rhea Ripley came out, and she did her thing. But what was missing, though, was we didn't have Bobby Lashley, the Almighty. How your champion doesn't show up on TV? How your tag team champions don't show up on TV? There was no Bobby Lashley. There was no Almost and AJ Styles. There was none of that. But you did get this.
They ain't been on TV in 2 weeks.
No, they haven't. But you did get this. I don't mean what you're seeing in the ring necessarily with Asuka. I mean what you see in the ring with Alexa Bliss. Now, I hoped, and I tried to make sense of WrestleMania. I sat here and I made sense of WrestleMania. And I said, hey, let it out, story, hashtag wrestling the storyline, right? She's going to bring out Aleister Black. Well, that's wrong. You peeped it with a spoiler and said, no, he's going to be on SmackDown. Okay, so he's on SmackDown. But you got Alexa Bliss on Raw. And she's talking about how she learned all this stuff herself from him because when she was a kid, she already had his powers anyway because she had this pretend for, drop dead Freddy and all that kind of bullshit that happens in the world. And here she is now. Here's my thing about Alexa Bliss. First of all, we ain't get no Fiend, which was ass. Second, we got this. Alexa Bliss pretty much tells us who this little doll is next to her and what this doll next to her represents. And what it represents, Dice, is she's pretty much declarated her saying she's coming for the women's champ or the division. She's coming after the women's division. So they've already written off what she did with the Fiend, or did they? And that's why I throw that to you because it appeared that they have because of her promo. But if they have, what the fuck? So as the intelligent wrestling fan enemy, as this is the show for the intelligent wrestling fan, make sure you follow the unpopular review shows. Make sure you're watching off the NXT review show. Make sure you're watching the AEW review show. Make sure you're watching all the shows. Matter of fact, here, I'm going to go ahead and give them their props, but they props is due right here. NXT review show, you can catch it here. AEW show, you can catch it here. Okay? You can get your Raw review show right here. We talk about movies and TV shows. Listen, if you haven't seen it, it's Monday. It's not my fault. They said, oh my God, it's Black Falcon. He said, no, that's Captain America. That's Captain America. Right. He
deserves to be American too.
You get the SmackDown reviews. They review movies like The Phantom Menace and Fallen. You name it, we do it around here on the Unpopular Review Show. Okay? I don't know all their names. I'm new here and I apologize. But they doing a thing. And because they doing a thing, they tag team with us.
We shout them out, Skip. That's what we do around here. We shout them out.
That's what we shout them out, Skip. We shout them out. So, back to what I was saying. Raw, I will give, I gotta be honest, because even with Charlotte Flair being as great as she is, I give it about a 3 out of 5 TV championships, NWA. And that's my favorite title of all time, which means I want to love Raw. I gotta love Raw, but I gotta be honest to Raw and say that it kind of was lackluster. Your thoughts? And I real fast, I'm sorry. The first week on commentary, I tried to give him a pass. I don't know his name. If you know his name, please put it in the goddamn description code down below because I don't think that he deserves me to even say his name. But if you say it, I'll say it for you. It's the worst fucking commentary in wrestling history.
He's so boring.
The main event.
Y'all got rid of Joe for this guy?
Dice,
y'all had to sacrifice Joe for this guy?
Go ahead. There he is. Go ahead.
He don't know a damn thing about professional wrestling. I am sick and tired of WWE thinking that they can bring somebody that was on the MLB network, the NHL network, NBC. They didn't even watch WWE. And do you think you could throw them at a table and say, now call this?
I ain't supposed to acknowledge him. How am I going to acknowledge him? Who the hell is he? He can't even say. He can't even say arm bar.
Look at this. Look at this brother behind me. Who is this?
Drop kick.
Who is this?
I like him.
Who is this?
The backstage
Who's
guy.
this
I like the backstage guy. I know him. I like him. I know was he TNA.
But that's all I'm saying, though. But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you're going to bring somebody on there, let him be a pretty face backstage.
You know what? I'm sorry.
Me to sleep.
I'm sorry. My favorite title is the TV title, and I gave it 3. No disrespect to the title. I'm going to disrespect Raw. Sorry, Queen. Yeah, I still give it a 3. Queen was on it. Can't go no lower than a 3. God damn it. But the commentary, I'm admitted a 1. I'm sorry. Corey Graves is good, but Corey Graves can't save this guy. You cannot give me wrestling entertainment, Dice, and don't give me wrestling entertainment. You just can't.
The best thing about wrestling entertainment is the commentary. Think about even in the Attitude Era, the Ruthless Aggression Era, you got the professional person, right? Who stays the course.
Stay the course.
Jim Ross, Michael Cole.
Tony Schiavone.
Right? Tony Schiavone. Then you got
Gordon Sully.
And then you got Lord. Then you got the comic relief. You got the comic
Jerry King Lawler.
Booker T, to an extent. Taz, Jericho.
Bobby Heenan, the greatest of all time.
Yes.
On color
but
commentary.
I don't get any, I can't. His voice
it's monotone.
Me to sleep. I forgot wrestling was even on at a point.
I did. I mean, I did it for The Rock.
I said that sometimes I hate watching AEW Dynamite because Shivani's still stuck in 98.
No, because we're going there next. And thank you for giving me your goddamn belt grade because my AEW was next. Thank you.
My belt grade is...
There it is. Oh, shit. Put it up. Oh, that thing look heavy. Skip, pause.
It's heavy. About 20 pounds. 18 pounds.
I got it. Well, I can't show you. I can't show you. My room might be a little dirty.
I'm going to give it 3.
There it is.
John Cena U.S. spinner belts. Like they tried.
That's how we
kind of flashy, but it didn't do much for me. You had no Bobby Lashley.
No Lashley.
You had no AJ Styles.
No AJ Styles.
No almost.
No almost. Almost. It almost was a good show, but they had some other things happen to the show.
Yeah. I mean, but I do want to point it out. On Twitter, Randy Orton gave Riddle his props and said, I like it. Come on, let's work. So do we get RK Bro?
That was a good match. We didn't talk because we're not talking about matches a little bit because everybody gets to say things a little bit different, right? Check your little our feelings about the shows, not necessarily editorial about what happened. You already know what the fuck happened.
We know what it is. Yeah, we know what it is. We had to have a round table discussion.
Pause. Blind tag. Look behind you. Move out the goddamn way. Look at that robe. Even she only made it a 3. Damn it. Get back in the way. Even she only made it a 3. Raw was ass, but you saw her, Elvis. You saw her.
Big cheeks.
You saw her. Jesse the Body Ventura. God darn right.
Adnan.
First of all,
Adnan.
First of all, I'm dyslexic and blind, and if he couldn't read his name, that even tells you how bad that he is as a commentator. Okay, and thank you, Elvis, for that. we know who called Charlotte a bitch. We said that already. All right,
you late reading that. That's been in there for like 20 minutes, dude.
First of all, this is the second week in a row, Elvis. You asked me what I'm smoking. First of all, I live in Florida, so it's legal. Second of all, that's none of your damn business. Third of all, have you seen me smoke anything? So I'm offended by you thinking that I smoked something. Answer this question to Billy before we move on.
We already talked about it. Me and Billy talked about it. He inboxed me. I told him, and next time he's on the show, if he got a question, we welcome all questions. You got a topic of discussion, we welcome it. We'll give you some shine. But my man Billy was saying, if we had to break wrestling down as a pure combat, and not entertainment, who would be the ultimate champion? I say Kurt Angle.
I say Brock Lesnar. Without even thinking about it. That fast, Brock Lesnar.
Damn it.
But here's another thing. Throw something in there. And I'm gonna say this as a whatever you want to call it, a space lead cog, if you will. I'm old. The Jetsons, eep, op, or that means I love you. Okay,
yes, sir.
You know it. You don't disrespect the Jetsons ever again. I didn't, but I bet. Come on. Anyway, Brock has a glass jaw. Right? Brock has a glass jaw. So we're gonna say of all the times, right? I still want to say Brock Lesnar because we're saying combat. He only developed a glass jaw later in life. But can we say Ken Shamrock? He has to be in there. So let's just name I can't name one right now that fast. I'm gonna say Brock Lesnar. I'm gonna say Kurt Angle. I'm gonna say Steve Blackman for my wife. My wife loves Steve Blackman. He was a real life karate champion. I'm gonna say friend of the program, Ernest the Cat Miller. Real badasses. Real badasses. Lashley. So there it is. Hold on. What to say, Elvis? Goldberg should return if stop.
Yes, Goldberg should definitely not return.
Okay.
He should definitely not return.
I'm gonna say what the fuck are you talking about, Skip?
Nobody wants to see that. And if you are the only person on the face of this earth right now that wants to see that in this run right now with Roman Reigns. This is the reason why WWE does the dumb shit that it does, because it's got somebody like you that's in that corner. It was like, hey, WWE, we want to see this. And for some reason, it ends up trending. And WWE says, let's listen this time. We've been listening to him for 10 months. Let's listen to him for the past 2.
Somebody asked me the question of the top, like my top 5 or something. Like my top 5 superstars. I'm not sure who it was. I missed the question. But, and I mean, for me, this is how I think.
Elvis. It was our guy, Elvis.
Okay. If you're new to the program, if you're new to, I'm a criteria guy. Do not give me a top 5 without telling me what top 5, because there's too many variables. There's too many dimensions. There's too many alter earths. You know what I'm saying? For me to dive into. Shout out to Mortal Kombat movie of the month. I gotta say this, Dice, without having a review. I'm sorry. If you have not seen Mortal Kombat, go see Mortal Kombat. Anybody who says Mortal Kombat is dumb and stupid, do not listen to them. Mortal Kombat is a fan favorite movie. But do me a favor, fans. Be a fan, not a fanatic. And that's why we call you fans and not fanatics. We know that fan means fanatic, but let's not be fanatical about saying dumb shit like Mortal Kombat was better than the Snyder Cut. Shut up, Dice. Be quiet. It wasn't. You may have enjoyed it better, but it wasn't a better movie. What the fuck you put up? It's too close to the goddamn screen.
It said at me, ho. It said at me, ho.
Keep it right there. Keep it right there. Keep it right there. There it is. I can see it now. I can see. You see my titles?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Unpopular review is popping. We popping. Let's talk about this. I want to talk about the top 5 real fast. So just to answer it, my favorite top 5 is hard. My favorite top 10 is hard. So you say yours, that means what you think. Well, I'm going to say my favorite 5 wrestlers of all time. Right? Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels. He says he's not a fan of either one of them. He said Hogan over both of them. Whatever, you're retarded. Hogan's not even in a question mark at all. Although he's had some of the best matches in the history of wrestling of all time. But we said our favorites. Don't make that fucking face.
I'm laughing at you. I'm not laughing at what you're saying. I'm laughing at the fact that you even have to acknowledge that Hogan is not on his list.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right. So where's that? Bret and Shawn. All right. The Rock. Right? I'm gonna say it. Roman Reigns. And Triple. Nah, I'm not lying. I just had to fuck with you for a second. It'd be Triple H.
I'm about to slide all the way down in this chair.
No, of all the times, it's Macho Man Randy Savage, it's Dusty Rhodes, it's Bret Hart, it's Shawn Michaels, it's The Rock. Those are my top 5 of all time. Triple H coming in at number 6. Those are my 5 favorites of all time.
And that's what makes it great, because it's yours.
Yeah,
it's what makes you like professional wrestling. It's what kept you going.
Answer that question. But I want to go back into it real fast to end the show, and I want you to go ahead and do what you do best. The Hart family versus the Anawani family. Now, with the Hart family, I'm going to count everybody who was a part of the Hart family. So that means I'm going to count British Bulldog because he's a family member by marriage. We're going to count Flying Brian Pillman because he was a part of it. Because you brought that up. It's not even close, bro. If I name The Rock, so you're gonna go Rock versus Bret Hart. Those are two most famous of the two families, right? Then the second match, you'll go Roman. I gotta say Roman's the second biggest versus Owen, right? Still going Owen. I mean, I'm still going Bret. Sorry, you know what I'm trying to say. Roman, right? Then you go third. I'm gonna say British Bulldog versus where? Do you go Rikishi?
I would definitely go Rocky Johnson or Yokozuna before I'm going Rikishi.
Okay, I would go Yokozuna. I would say Yokozuna. All right. So Yokozuna. No, not at all. Not at all. Yokozuna versus British Bulldog. I'm still going Anawani family. Right? So it's 3-0. Doesn't even matter what's next. Because if I tag team them and go the Hart Foundation, that's Brett and Anvil versus what's the best Anawani tag team family, the Samoan SWAT team, the Head Shrinkers, then I would go Hart Foundation. Right? Let's go women. Natty beats all of them. She beats Tamina. She beats Nia Jax. So if that's a conversation we want to have to break down, but I'm still going to go Anawani family, like versus, not as close as people, not a blowout as people think it is. Right. Okay. We always go in the verses, and I go, oh, it's a blowout. You go, oh, it's a blowout. And we watch it, and we go, shit, it was really actually close. And then we actually, but there's times we go, shit, it was a blowout. You know what I'm saying?
Why did they pick that song? Like, why would you put that in there? Like,
that song matters. That song matters. Wait, it told a story. What part told a story? Chris, executive consultant, at me. No, you come to me. I acknowledge me. Unpopular review. Smackdown review show, the executive consultant. We got them all right here. I told y'all. Any one of y'all who want to come against us, come on. We don't sing it. We bring it. We ain't singing. We bring a drama. I can't even say all that because Tupac was so rude. Tupac was so. Oh God, look at the glow. My daughter's not here. That whole screen went black. I just saw Flamin Young bouncing in the background. Umaga.
Anybody. Oh God, rest his soul. Umaga.
This is a tough one.
Now, it is tough because Umaga got really serious towards the end of his career.
I would say British Bulldog.
That was shortened.
I would say British Bulldog.
That's the only reason why I would give it to British Bulldog.
No,
because
it's not even
Umaga,
his career was too short.
Yeah, his career was too short, but that switch got flicked way too late. He found the combination to the lock, unlocked it. It was a little too late. God rest his soul. Umaga was, I think he was on pace to be great.
Chris Harris, what part is false? Please remind me of that. But top 5 black wrestlers of all time, guys. From God, you gave me a time frame.
1990 to
2010. That's not even fair.
2010. Can we name 5 great black?
Yeah, you can, but it's not
Rock.
fair. I mean, Jesus Christ, Rock, Bobby
Ron
Lashley,
Simmons, Bobby
Ron
Lashley.
That's 3. Booker T,
and
Sheldon Benjamin.
Mark Henry.
Damn, you're right. Mark Henry.
I'm taking Mark over Shelton.
Yeah. Right. When you're saying favorites, we're saying, in the history of the business, you're right. You're absolutely right. Those are the 5. Half Elvis. Please don't leave the building, but that's an easy ass question. Jesus Christ. Dice. So overall, weekend wrestling, I was entertained. I was amused. There were some ups and some downs. Overall, collectively talking Raw, SmackDown. You know what? We didn't talk about it real fast. And that is, I'm going to get to that. And I apologize to my AEW fans. I do apologize. Just the conversation take this else places. And I thank you for that. Darby Allin come out with Sting. He beats Jungle Boy. Listen, AEW with their stats. I'm sorry.
I love it.
Yes. However, you got to go, what? Jungle Boy had the most wins in the company next to Kenny Omega. I thought that was kind of, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
He's also been kept really strong because he's got freaking Luchasaurus in his corner. Like,
yeah. My guy. Hangman Page. Listen, I'm going to say this. Can you put that sign back up where it says, at me, ho? Ricky Starks says ass. Team Taz is ass. Team Ricky Starks is the worst. He is what you go when you thought you were getting a pair of Jordans and you went to Cowtown. Those were in Fruit with New Jersey. You got a pair of, and instead of it being Michael Jordan on the logo, it was Big Pun on the logo. That's Ricky Starks. Okay, Ricky Starks is ass. Hey, Team Taz, I love Taz. Taz, you are the man, but your team is shit.
That team is shit.
It's shitty.
But I think that Ricky Starks is great. He's annoying. He's a great talker. Ring skills could use a little push.
It's unfair. It's unfair, guys. It's unfair. His appearance is a young Rock, and so all I see is him trying to be a young Rock, and because of that, he's ass. I'm sorry.
That's not fair. Not fair. What if somebody tune into the show and they say that's a black man talking? He's loud and obnoxious. I'm sorry. All I see is Stephen A. Smith. I can't do this.
You know what I would say to you? I've been called the Stephen A. Smith of professional wrestling at Rikishi. At the real Rikishi.
Can I be Uncle Shay Shay? I want to be somebody black. I don't want to be like Ryan Clark.
The best friends take back on Death Triangle, Trent versus El Generic. Oh, God damn, I can't say his name. What's his name? Penta. Sorry, Pentagon. Pentagon. I love Pentagon. I love the black suit he had on too. Listen, they rehashed his rivalry. It was going hot before the pandemic. The pandemic is on the downside of it. So they're putting these guys back together. I'm all for Death Triangle. I'm a fan of them all the way, all together. Still a great match to me. Now, I want to talk about this with AEW though. It was the JR interview with the Pinnacle versus Tony Schiavone's interview with the Circle of Inner. Who you thought had the best promo of the week? Because they both. Can I just say this? I'm gonna say it. Can I say it? So I am gonna say it. I'm tired of seeing everybody's favorite mic talker MJF. I'm sorry.
Would you say he's being shoved down our throats?
No, I told you before, and I had to be fair. Every wrestler shoved down our throats when they were put to the top. So it's not even that for me. It's the fact for me that he's taking on this Roman Reigns, Jericho persona without earning it. Like he hasn't won shit. He's no champion. He's no nothing. He's just a young guy talking shit. And we're supposed to love it because we love guys talking shit. But he hasn't, you can't talk that. Like, look at the team he has behind him. Like, look at the Pinnacle. When you look at the Pinnacle and you see all that they have, right? And the Four Horsemen, friend of the program, Tully Blanchard, right? And just the whole team in itself. Can we say there's guys on this team that are more established than him?
Yes. But how many more are more marketable than him?
No, I get that part. And in this day and time, MJF is the guy. He is the man. It's just for me, watching it, it gets to a point where when Jericho and the circle of inner is in the ring, the inner circle, that is, for those who are too slow to understand what we're talking about. And Jericho and Ortiz and Hager and those guys are talking because they still have Jericho and he's still the main mouthpiece. Pause. I believe it more. I respect it more. As opposed to seeing they let this man sit there and say every word. And I get that, Dash and them guys haven't established themselves yet also, right? They got a bad deal in WWE, in my opinion. They were the best thing. They were the best tag team in wrestling, in my opinion, and got shafted. I thought that I'm going to continue to say that I'm a fan of what, of those guys. I just am. Barlow, I think, is trash, whatever. He's just a big muscle part guy. But overall, the Pinnacle is deep. And I get you got to have a mouthpiece, and he is their mouthpiece. But overall, I'm just tired of hearing his mouth. So I thought promo of the week belonged to Jericho and the circuit. And I love Ortiz. Ortiz seemed more believable to me.
is the epitome of social media today. He is what these people are on the internet now, where they can talk shit behind the cameras, behind the TV screens, behind the computer screens, the phones. They can say whatever because they ain't gonna get touched right there. But they're going to have to come out in public. When they go out in public, they're going to get that ad whoop. But for now, they're just going to keep talking that shit. And that's what MJF is. He's very reminiscent of that in today's society. So maybe that's why he's so popular amongst the younger demographic. Because he can talk shit and nobody can do anything to him because he's so fucking cocky.
Because they can't talk shit and they don't know how to, they need somebody to do it for them. So, okay. But overall, AEW delivered. To me, I thought the Pinnacle won the match of the week, or the promo of the week between that company. The women's match was very hard hitting. I loved it. NXT, O'Reilly. I don't know if I was here for him. I was never a fan of O'Reilly or anybody, honestly, inside of help me out, guys. Adam Cole's group.
Undisputed
Era. So it was to me all about Adam Cole. But I'm here for that match he had against Grimes, who I love his new gimmick. He goes to sports bets and becomes a millionaire. But I'm here for him and Cross. I'm not a Cross fan. And so for NXT to deliver like that, I thought was good.
You know what's coming. Why they got my man looking like the wish version of Orange Cassidy? Why they do that to that man like that? They do that. Why they do that to that man?
You said the wish version?
The wish version. The wish version of Orange Cassidy. Why did they do that to that man?
Yeah, they did. I'm mad you said that because now I didn't see it until you said it, and I automatically started laughing. Dexter Lumis versus LA Knight. Did Dexter Lumis get a bad deal with here? LA Knight, they want to push him to the moon, but Dexter Lumis is my guy in NXT. And he loses his match because of distractions outside the ring because of a woman. Because of a woman?
It doesn't make him look weak.
I know.
So that's the only positive from that.
And I'm not gonna go through it. If you watch NXT was the best wrestling show of the week. I said it. It's what it was.
I just gotta bring this up because this is on comicbook.com. It's a wrestling article on there. And it says Thanos Omega. And his tweet says from @DannyLimelight says Kenny Omega is basically Thanos right now, collecting the Infinity Stones to balance the wrestling universe. He's got all the belts. Like, what's going on? This is it. I don't care. This is great to me. I know that you're not a Kenny Omega guy, so but you can't deny Thanos. That's why your face is like this. It's kind of true.
Who wears the Infinity Gauntlet on his hand? Who is smashing them, stacking them, and pinning them? He pinned your guy, Edge. He pinned my guy, the Yes Movement's guy, Daniel Bryan. He pinned one half of Rated RKO. He pinned one half of Christian and Edge. He pinned one half of Hell No simultaneously. The Thanos of professional wrestling is Roman Reigns. So that tweet is bullshit. Shit that is bull. Something that you go outside and you say, why your bitch ass dog shit in my yard? That's Kenny Omega. Not saying that Kenny Omega's not a good wrestler. Kenny Omega's not good for where he's at. But don't do that. Don't do
the
that.
only other time that there's been like a triple champion in TNA was like when Angle had the X Division tag title and Legends title. I don't know. He had like 3 titles. I forgot how many it was.
The last one I will recognize, and that is who had all the titles is Ultimo Dragon. That is it. Why? Because
listen, they got a picture of that comparing them right now.
Kenny Omega's not looking like that. Last time I checked, look at that. I look like Ultimo Dragon. I got put on a meme. Talking about next time you see me ever at a wrestling convention looking like this, please kill me. Don't hate on me. Look what I started. Look at the Belt King started. The original OG of collecting wrestling belts. No, I don't have the more belts than other people have. No, I don't. But give me my flowers because I'm still here. I am the Belt King. Okay? Not Kenny Omega. Not anybody else. I am the Belt King. Put it that way.
Ultimo had, what is that?
Shit.
6 belts? 7. He had 7. Wait,
9 at one time.
9
at one time.
1, 2, 3.
Count them.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, he had 9 belts on him. Jesus.
See those Belt Kings behind y'all? That is to the far left, Dion. That is me, the second big guy, Mike Knoxxx. That is the one who gets it done, Mo_Eaton. And then the real big guy, old Big Roddy. He don't even really like wrestling like that no more. He just loves collecting wrestling belts. How about that? So that's how we roll. And then we now crown my right-hand man. No, I'm sorry, guys. I can't lie. I got to be real. Now, if Corey was here, he would say, yes, you're in the club. But you know what I say? You got to have
more. I need more.
Just say it.
That's fine.
That's fine. I love you, though. Use my man. Yo, where can they find you in your podcast and your streaming things? You're doing big things. We got to get up out of here, brother.
Everywhere. The Z is silent. It's silent everywhere. Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. At me, ho. I'm not calling y'all hoes, but you know, at me, ho.
Whoa. Why you gotta be so violent? Why you gotta be so violent? Anyway, at Mike Knoxxx, Unpopular Review, at everywhere. On Twitch, on Pinterest, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Facebook. You name it. I don't know. What the hell is that sign in the bottom right-hand corner? Is that a Pinterest sign?
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what it is either. But it's
some
there.
untapped potential.
So you can find them there too. Listen, guys, we better get up out of here. Do not wake up tomorrow morning and say to yourself, I love me some me. And don't love Jesus, Devontae Christ. We out here, y'all. Peace.
Everybody's got a price. Everybody's gonna pay. But the $1 million man always gets his way. $1 million man.
Yeah. It's like the illest posse cut right here, man. Sean Watts on the track. Zeus, Don One, Rude Boy, Quill, The Gift, and yours truly, Fred Knoxxx. I'm 1 in a million with $1 million flow. Fred DiBiase got the power in it though. If it's a problem, let me know, or I suggest you let it go. Cause it ain't worth the problems that'll be knocking at your door, homie. Please don't make me hurt you. Disrespect the boss, ain't get treated like Virgil. Cause when I write